Legendary. Sounds good, doesn't it?
All right.
Welcome back
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Have You Seen This on Express Radio.
with Sally and Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris.
If you want to get in touch today and let us know any films or TV that you've been watching this week, you can tweet us at Express Radio, text studio, then your message to 282010, or email us studio@expressradio.co.uk, or get on our Facebook page.
Get on that sweet Facey B page.
You could even call us 02920 781 530.
Or listen to past shows on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Have you seen it?
I think it might have been changed to
No,
this.
I did change it. Yes, it's Have You Seen This now?
Yes, it is.
There you go. So just type Have You Seen This in and it'll all come up.
All come up.
All come up.
This week, Les Mis theme. Obviously,
No.
some beautiful music in the background.
That is beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Beautiful.
Beautiful, darling.
So we got some great things coming up for you today. We've got Hugh Jackman,
Oh,
which is...
it's our word on the street
Yeah.
of the week.
To explain that to you later. But first of all, the news.
This week's news. Very exciting. I'm going to talk about the SAG Awards. Now,
Yes.
these aren't, like some sort of Heat magazine award for women on the beach or whatever.
No.
You know what they do? Take photos of Jade Goody. Well, not her anymore, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes. SAG is the Screen Actors Guild Awards in America.
Yes.
We all love the SAGs. Only been going for 19 years now. I'm
that it?
surprised. That's it.
I'm shocked.
Right. Would you like me to tell you who won things?
I would really like that.
No,
Chris.
it's quite a mixed bag, actually. I would say this is what the Oscars should look like,
Yeah.
to be honest. Best in film, best actor in a film,
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln,
Of course.
which we'll talk about a bit later because I watched it and I'll be reviewing that.
Was he up against Hugh?
I think so, yeah, I think so.
I'm quite saddened.
Best actress in a film went to Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook, which I really liked last term.
Yeah.
I think I reviewed it a little bit last time, yeah. Supporting actor, best supporting actor. Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln again.
Of course.
We'll be talking a lot about
Storming
Lincoln.
the Oscars.
Storming that sweet Oscar.
Yeah,
He's
make
already
sure you
won
listen later because Chris will be doing a review
of that Lincoln.
of that beautiful Lincoln.
Lincoln log. Supporting actress. Who do you think?
Anne.
Yes.
Got to be,
Anne
yeah.
Hathaway.
She
for
deserved it.
Fantine, yes. And best cast went to Argo.
Oh,
Now,
really?
I'm-
Argo's been doing really, surprisingly
Yeah,
well.
really surprisingly well. Now,
Director, did
I
that
didn't
come up
really.
at
It did. No, it's actors. It's just actors.
Just actors.
Yeah, Screen actors.
Oh, yeah, of
yeah.
course.
No, Argo. I'm really surprised at because I didn't really like Argo that as much as everyone else seems to be.
No,
I thought it was good. You
yeah.
can watch it. I thought it was about. I think I gave it like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Um.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
Of
Episode 2.
our,
Of Have You Seen
yeah.
This? Series 2, Episode 2, as it is on YouTube. So yeah, but what I want to talk about as well is 30 Rock. Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin picked up Best Actors in Comedy. This is
course,
good. For the
yes.
it's the final series of 30 Rock.
That's very sad.
It is very sad. It's finishing, Sally.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what to do. It's finishing Thursday. And the last episode made me, cry twice.
Oh, no, did it?
the last episode I watched, yeah, it was like, oh my god, this is so sad.
no.
But it was, really funny, but also sad at the same time.
Yeah.
I, cried through and laughed through the tears.
Yes.
It was so good. So, 30 Rock.
A good end, but equally it's sad that it's ended.
Yes, they needed to end.
Yeah.
But they're going. This last season is a classic.
Yeah.
I would say. So if anyone's not seen 30 Rock, because it's hard to watch in the UK, I think it's on Comedy Central.
It is, yeah.
So it used to be on 5, but I think they lost the rights.
Also, get into HMV now. They're doing a massive sale
Yeah,
of
and
box sets. so
30
it'll be
Rock series 1 to 5 are available. I think somewhere.
Yeah.
How about your news?
there. Got a few pieces of news. Top Gun is coming out into 3D.
Oh god.
6 days only in February. That's just the US dates. They haven't revealed UK dates yet.
I'm
but
sure they'll be great.
coming to our screen.
Directed
as
by the late
everything
Tony
else is.
Scott.
Yes, absolutely. Box office weekend this week. Hansel and Gretel, surprisingly. Witch Hunters. Jeremy
Yeah.
Renner and Gemma Arterton.
Oh yeah.
That's coming. That's top. In second place, Mama. You heard of that?
Mama.
It's supposed to be a horror. Saw the advert. If you've been to see Django Unchained, you would have seen the advert for that.
Excuse me.
So it's, as I say, it's very surprising, the top 2. And Zero Dark 30, of course.
Yeah, that's out this week in the
comes
UK.
out this week in the
and
UK.
yeah, I'm surprised there's not many showings from what I've seen.
No, it seems to be, it was a very anticipated film.
It's controversial, though, isn't it, about the torture business?
Yeah.
Did you hear Tina Fey and Amy Poehler's joke at the awards?
I might have
On
done.
the
I
Golden
did watch
Globe
the
Awards, they
yeah.
said, when it comes to torture, I'm going to trust the woman who was married to James Cameron for 3 years.
I did.
Hey!
Boom, boom, tsh.
Good ladies.
And finally, DVD releases this week.
Oh.
I've just got a bit from each kind of genre. So you got Sinister.
Oh.
So, good horror. I like it, actually. It was a good film. It was a lot different to most of the horrors that you kind of get a lot these days.
Yeah.
Hope Springs, the lovely Meryl
I'm going to
Streep.
buy that. And Tommy Lee Jones.
And Tommy Lee Jones.
And Steve Carell.
Beautiful film.
I didn't get to see it.
Really good.
I know.
Definitely recommend it. It's one of those films that if it was as rainy as it was yesterday, it's the perfect film to kind of watch.
Weather doesn't dictate my film watching mood,
No, but
okay.
if you're one of those people.
I'm not.
The Paperboy, have you heard of that?
Is it Italian?
No, it's
Am I going mad?
Nicole Kidman, John Cusack, and Zac Efron. Very good film. Highly recommend it.
Oh.
Didn't get as much recognition for it as it should have done.
Yeah.
It was a really, really good film, so I definitely recommend maybe renting it first. I don't think I'd watch it again, but
Renting?
Yeah.
Not at your local blockbuster.
not your local
though.
blockbuster, but you can go on iTunes and rent now. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, iTunes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I definitely recommend it, and I've got a soft spot for John Cusack.
Do you?
Yeah. Don't know why. Weird. Taken 2.
Say anything, you will.
Yeah. Good film.
Thank you.
Taken 2
Connie.
as well has come out.
Oh.
And that I think that comes out on the 1st of Feb. So
I didn't like
watch that
Taken
tomorrow.
2, but we'll continue.
We'll go past that.
Yeah,
Nor
we'll
did I.
skip over that.
And Searching for Sugar Man.
Now,
Brilliant. I watched it and I was well impressed.
because he's playing Glastonbury, isn't he?
Yeah.
That guy.
They've
He was
managed
like the
to-
first guy they booked
Yeah.
for Glastonbury.
It's a documentary.
Yeah.
And I was a bit sceptical. I was a bit like, oh, documentaries, will I like it? Will I not? And
Yeah, because I've bought Senna.
It was brilliant.
That's meant to be good, but I haven't watched it yet.
And my parents have watched it this
Yeah?
week, actually.
They like
said
it?
it was really good.
I'll definitely watch it
Yeah,
now then.
they liked it, but my mum said maybe not watch it again. So you might
Yeah,
be
it's
the wrong
quite
thing
sad, I
buying
think.
it.
Well, now a documentary though, isn't it? It's hard to watch them twice.
Yeah, but Searching for Sugar Man is coming out at the end of this week on Friday, I do believe.
Yeah, good.
And it's supposed to be really, really good.
There you go.
So, yeah. So those are the big releases of this week.
Big releases and big news of the week.
Hugh Jackman.
Who?
Hugh Jackman. This is basically, I'm going to play you a clip from Hugh Jackman, obviously because it's Les Mis week and he plays Jean Valjean in the amazing Les Miserables.
Who am I?
I'm
Jean Valjean.
601.
What are you doing? 24601. I'm Javert now.
You're just amazing how you can just turn character like that.
I know. It's one of my
Epic.
my best features.
Absolutely. So basically, I'm going to play you a clip from a Hugh Jackman film, and you have to guess where it's from, and maybe the character as well. Why not?
Give us it all.
Give us it all. So I'll play it, and then I'll read out the numbers again, and then play it again, and then we'll play the first song.
Yay.
Okay, get ready.
I'm ready.
You better be.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
Dramatic.
So he sounds quite angry, doesn't he?
He does sound quite
Yeah.
dramatic. Angry. I
He
said
does.
dramatic.
And it's, good film this comes from. So I'll play it again for you.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
So tweet us on @Express Radio. Lloyd Reese, we know you're listening.
We
because
know.
You've tweeted. So
Others do this too.
I expect a response from you.
Yeah.
Text studio, then your message to 82010. Email studio@expressradio.co.uk. Call us 02920 781 530 or get on our Facebook page as well.
Have you seen it?
We didn't do
Facebook /
that.
Have you
Yes.
seen this?
Indeed.
Have you seen this? Yes,
you?
maybe.
So the first song being Hugh Jackman, Les Mis.
And
week.
he's huge.
And his
Ackman.
act.
Will and Grace chick.
Yeah. Oscars was amazing, and he did a couple
Yes,
of
a few years
now.
ago he did the Oscars, didn't he?
He did the Oscars, and he did a song. So I've decided to play that song.
It was a
for you
really
now.
funny song.
It's
as
a
well.
great song.
And he did a bit of it with Anne
Listen to it.
Hathaway,
He did. She's in
who
it.
co-star in Les Mis.
Les Mis.
So how crazy is that?
How
guys?
crazy.
Really crazy.
Enjoy it. It's 5 minutes and 40 seconds long, but don't let you put that off. It's a very funny song. Enjoy.
Just a humble slumdog sitting in the chair of a millionaire. What will I be holding in the end? What's my final answer? Is it written there? Do I really care? I'm only here so I can phone a friend. Hi, Sir Jessica. And if I thought that I could find equivalents, hi, Kate, I would swim a sea of human excrement. And I begin my story with this sentiment. This slumdog millionaire just needs some milk. I'm talking about M-I-L and a K. I'm talking about milk. I'm saying it's all right to be gay. I'm Harvey Milk. I'm recruiting all the people across the USA. I'm talking about Harvey on the griddle. Milk in the middle. Give me just a little. Just a little. Give me just a little. Ladies and gentlemen, your Craigslist dancers. Comic book movies never get nominated. How can $1 billion be unsophisticated? Everyone went to see The Dark Knight. What am I doing you think is not right? Is it my cape or my bulletproof tights? Maybe if I age backwards. When I was 4, my back was sore and I had pubic hair. I'm aging in reverse, but no one seems to be aware. You'd think the government would replicate my DNA. Somebody notify the press before I fade away. Does anyone think this case was curious? All right, I need some help for this one. Annie, come and give me a hand.
No.
Don't take long. Just trust me. Relax. Relax. Okay. Just sit there. Trust me. By the way, you look gorgeous. Why didn't you burn the tapes?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
18 minutes, all erased.
I mean, it's an honor. I just would have loved a heads up.
America deserves an apology.
Frank Langella was sitting right next to me.
Stop your lies right now and tell the truth.
Do you really want to do this, Jackman?
It's Frost. Confess to me.
Why can't you let this be? Give me my dignity.
Look what you've done to me. Why is your upper lip so sweaty?
Is it?
Yes, but I like it.
Mr. Frost, I think I love you.
Oh, Nixon. You know I love you too. Anne Hathaway. Thank you, Anne. The Reader. I haven't seen The Reader. I was gonna see it later, but I fell behind. My Batmobile took longer than I thought to design. The Reader. I know I need to see The Reader. I even went down to the theater, but there was a line of all the people watching Iron Man a second time. I am a wrestler. I am alone. My role is outcast. My heart is bypassed, and yet I have grown from a slumdog with nothing. I milled my button. I ironed all my men and frosted my Nixon, 'cause I am Hugh Jackman. And I've waited so long, and no recession can stop my confession or silence my song. These are the Oscars, and this is my dream. I am a slumdog, I am a wrestler, I'll rent the reader. I'm Wolverine.
Such an epic song there.
Follow that, Seth MacFarlane.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Well done.
The
Hugh.
reader.
I haven't read the reader. I've ironed my men.
I find myself laughing and why didn't you burn the tapes? That really got me.
So just a quick reminder, this week we're doing Les Miserables week.
That was a good year for film, sorry.
And
That
so,
film.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not as good this year, I don't think.
No.
Anyway.
And Hugh Jackman. So
Who?
listen to this and you'll get an idea of maybe what film you recognise this clip from, and then just give me the name of the character too.
Give us a bell.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
I'm stumped.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You have to think about it. I've given you 5 minutes and 40 seconds during the Oscars song to really think, so hopefully.
I still haven't done it.
Yeah.
I can't.
So,
My brain hurts.
on to reviews.
Yeah.
This week,
Okay.
I reviewed
Alright.
Django Unchained.
The J is silent.
It
no,
is.
No, the D is
The
silent.
D is silent.
Shut up, Chris.
Dango.
Dango Unchained.
I'll just give you a quick, brief overview and then I'll play the trailer for you.
Go, go, go.
So it's about bounty hunters. German bounty hunter seeks out a slave, Django,
As we
played
all
by
do.
the wonderful Jamie Foxx.
Wonderful.
They go around killing evil people,
Hey.
and then they decide to make a deal to search for Django's wife, who is owned by a plantation owner, the evil Candice Candy. Did I say his name right? Calvin.
Something Candy. Calvin Candy.
Candy.
Yeah.
Which is the amazing Leonardo DiCaprio. I'll play the trailer for you, just so you've got an idea if you haven't seen it already.
Give us a little flavour.
I'll give you a flavour.
Whoa. Good cold evening, gentlemen. I'm Dr. King Schultz.
What kind of doctor?
Dentist? Amongst your inventory, I've been led to believe is a specimen I'm keen to acquire. What's your name?
Django. Then you're exactly the one I'm looking for. Hey, no sale.
Oh, very well.
Please, no! When I hear the trumpets
If I were you, I'd take that winter coat.
out of the ground.
You kill people, and they give you reward.
Badder they are, bigger the reward.
I'm looking for the Brittle brothers.
I know what they look like, all right.
They sold my wife, but I don't know to who.
You help me do that?
There ain't no grave.
I'll give you your freedom and take you to rescue your wife.
Where we going?
Bullseye.
Come on over. We got a fight going on that's a good bit of fun.
Coco, give me some sugar.
So you really free?
Yes.
You mean you want to dress like that?
What kind of dentist are you? Touch your guns, you die.
Yes! Woo! Man! I want revenge! Can I get some hits?
I like the way you die, boy.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
What's your name?
Django. The D is silent.
Yes, the D is silent, yes.
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 Okay, cast. Jamie Foxx as Django. Christoph Waltz, the amazing Christoph
He's
Waltz,
amazing.
as Dr. Schultz, who's the bounty hunter. Won a Golden Globe for it.
Yeah.
For Best Supporting
in a
Actor.
dramatic role.
And then Leonardo DiCaprio as the fabulous Calvin Candy, and Kerry Washington as Broomhilda, and Samuel L. Jackson as Stephen.
Broomhilda.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to watch it to understand.
Does she sweep things?
No, she's
German?
She was brought up by German slaves, basically, or German owners.
Oh, right.
Something like that. And
Broomhilda, though.
yeah, they changed her name.
Broomhilda.
Just watch it and you'll understand.
Broomhilda.
Just call it Hilda. I'm not getting angry. A classic.
Yeah?
A Tarantino film.
Okay.
You've got your violence, you've got your blood, you've got your evil words. I'll just call them evil words. And you've got the amazing one-liners.
Yeah.
Which, of course,
I
you
like
got
the
from
way
that.
you die, boy.
Exactly. The D is silent. And Tarantino's appearance himself.
I've heard that's quite bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I have to admit. And it comes towards the end of the film, and I found it quite long. It wasn't my favourite Tarantino film.
All the films this year are really long for Best Picture.
I just found it a bit too heavy. Like the main part of the film was brilliant. I couldn't fault it at all. Like, there's so much going on, and like characters aren't introduced straight away, so you're waiting for DiCaprio later on in the film, which is great. So it sets the scene up for Christoph Waltz, who is an absolutely fantastic actor, and Jamie Foxx as well, who really comes into his own in this film. But then you're waiting around a lot for DiCaprio, and then he finally comes in and it's brilliant. But then it starts to get a bit slow.
Right.
And this is what I thought anyway. I found it quite slow towards the end, and I was waiting for things to happen, and things weren't happening, and as it became towards this, sorry, I'm not really describing this right. As it became towards the end, it just didn't pick up as much pace as it should have done, and I think it could have done with cutting out a few scenes and finishing sooner than it did.
Yeah.
Now, I love Tarantino's work, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He did get Best Screenplay at the Golden Globes as well, and it was brilliant. It was a great film. It's definitely up there in my top 4. But it's not
of his films.
Yeah. But it's not the best one he's done, I don't think.
No.
Simply because I felt like as I was getting towards the end, I was getting really uncomfortable. Just sat there, just like, come on, when's it going to end? I kept looking at my watch, and I was like, I don't want to be sit through a Tarantino film looking at my watch. That's not what it's
getting
about.
a bit self-indulgent there, maybe.
It was kind of like every time you thought it had finished, it still hadn't.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where Quentin Tarantino's in it, and it's just a bit like, why is this still going on?
Doesn't he put on an Australian accent or something?
Yeah. I think they're supposed to be Australian. And if they are, he did a good job. If not,
no.
I'm not sure. But it is quite funny. You've got
dark humour.
Yeah, dark humour, if you like that kind of thing. And you do kind of have to like Tarantino to be able to watch something like this, because it is it's everything you want in a Tarantino film.
Yeah.
You've also got some cameos from Jonah Hill in it, which is brilliant. And his scene is my favourite scene. It's really funny, laugh out loud. Everyone in the whole cinema was just laughing their heads off. DiCaprio was also brilliant.
Yeah.
And he did an interview saying he wanted to play this character because he was so evil, and he hated playing him, but that's why I felt like he had to do it, and you could really tell like he had got really into the character.
From the trailers, I'm not convinced by him. But I guess I really want to watch it because I haven't seen it yet, and I do like Tarantino.
When you watch it, you will. But again, Samuel L. Jackson comes into his own.
I've heard he's amazing.
He is really good, and you wouldn't even know it's Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
Very good. So it comes towards the end of slavery as well. So there's a lot of the N word in it.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
So if you don't like that kind of thing, if you're easily offended, it's not for you. But you should know that kind of from any Tarantino film.
But it's they have to have that word in it because it's how it was.
Well, he did do an interview with a couple of people, and people kept on bringing it up, and he said at the end of the day, I have not used it any more than what they would have used during that time.
Well, it's true, yeah.
And he says at that point they hadn't realised that it was 2 years before the Civil War, so they would have thought they were going to be slaves forever, and people who were buying them would have thought that as well. So
I'm going to talk about Lincoln in a bit.
Yeah,
but
Link's
they
quite
even
nicely
use
together.
it in that.
Yeah.
The word in that, and this is politicians. They use, the word Negro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's how they would have talked, That's what they thought was more scientific or
exactly.
whatever.
If that was the word,
that
was it. So, if you do get quite uncomfortable about that kind of thing, you're not going to enjoy it.
It is uncomfortable, but, you can, it's in context.
Yeah. You have to understand why it's in there rather than it's just
not,
in there for...
Yeah. It's not just gratuitous.
Yeah.
It's
there are quite a few, obviously, violent scenes, but I wouldn't say it's as violent as Inglourious Basterds.
Well, that is incredibly violent at the end, isn't it?
Yeah. But that is my all-time favourite Tarantino film. I think second would be Pulp Fiction, and then Kill Bill, and then Django.
Right.
So it's definitely not top, but it is a good film. I definitely recommend it. I think the main reason why I'm saying this is because I had it, I knew about this since the summer of 2012. So I've been tracking it and I've been waiting for more adverts and things like this. So I had quite a big expectation for it. And that's when I was kind of in my prime of loving Tarantino anyway.
Oh, right.
So it was kind of like, yes, Tarantino coming back. And then it did disappoint me a little bit in some places, but on the whole, it was a brilliant film, and I definitely recommend watching it. And they did deserve all the awards they got, and it's typical Tarantino cast, typical Tarantino story, and one-liners as well. Oh, absolutely brilliant from some of the cast members.
Yeah.
So, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And you'd rate Inglourious Thingies.
Yeah, you can say it. It's fine.
Can I say that? It's the name of the film.
Yeah.
That's 10 out of 10, you would say?
In Tarantino terms, yes, it's 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But
my favourite of his is Pulp Fiction, as you say. I think that's just really good. And then Kill Bill. And then, I don't know, maybe then Inglourious People. The Beer Jew.
Bastards.
I only watched it the other day, literally a week ago, and I thought, oh, it's quite good. Because I thought it was weird. I thought I'd seen it, but I hadn't seen it.
I like it because they bring in actors like Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, who are really, really well known.
Yeah.
But
I didn't like Brad Pitt in it though.
Oh, did you not?
I really didn't. No.
Because they I really feel this is obviously the scientific word from me. They really Tarantino them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas Christoph Waltz, I had no idea who he was before.
Yeah, I like him. He's his ultimate actor, I think. Now.
Oh, absolutely.
He can deliver the lines.
Yeah.
With malice.
Yes.
But so calm as well.
Beautiful.
Ooh,
Au revoir, Shoshana. My favourite line. Anyway, so that's Django Unchained.
Sweet.
I'll play you a quick clip from it.
Sweet little Django.
And enjoy. Play.
I would like the two of us to enter into an agreement. I'm looking for the Brittle brothers. However, at this endeavor, I'm at a slight disadvantage insofar as I don't know what they look like. But you do, don't you?
I know what they look like, all right.
Good. So here's my agreement. You travel with me until we find them.
Where are we going?
I hear at least two of them are overseeing up in Gatlinburg, but I don't know where. That means we visit every plantation in Gatlinburg till we find them. And when we find them, you point them out, and I kill them.
There we go. Django Unchained in cinemas now.
Whetting my appetite.
8 out of 10 from me.
8 out of 10.
Lincoln. Mr.
That
Evans.
was a nice link in.
Hey.
To Lincoln.
Hey.
Yes, yeah. I watched Lincoln last week.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of background. It
yeah.
is not what you expect. Yeah, I think a lot of people walk in there thinking this is going to be like a Civil War epic. It's going to be about, you're going to see battles, you're going to see his speech at Gettysburg, the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah.
No, you don't. It's basically a film about him, Lincoln, trying to totally abolish slavery.
The 13th Amendment, is it?
The 13th Amendment. Well done.
Thank you.
Smarty. Getting the 13th Amendment through and all the struggles he has to go through, all the wrangling in the Senate and Congress and all that business. How he has to go through it. Do you want to play the trailer?
Absolutely. This is Lincoln.
A bombardment from the largest fleet the Navy has ever assembled.
100 shells a minute, till they surrender.
Dear God. Mr. Lincoln, I hate them all. I do. I am a prejudiced man.
Congress must never declare equal those whom God created unequal.
You're going to try to pass the amendment to abolish slavery. No one's loved as much as you by the people. Don't waste that power.
Come February the 1st, I intend to sign the 13th Amendment.
A fight like this is to the death.
Those Southern men are coming to propose peace.
Abolishing slavery settles the fate for the millions now in bondage. And unborn millions to come.
It's either the amendment or this Confederate peace. You cannot have both.
Slavery, sir. It's done.
Even if every Republican votes yes, we'd still be 20 votes short.
Only 20?
Slavery is the only insult to natural law. Even worthless, unworthy you ought to be treated equally before the law.
These votes must be procured.
Congressman, come cheap, few $1,000 and buy all you need.
We can't buy the votes.
Let me see what you can do.
Think of all the boys who die if you don't make peace.
I can't end this war until we cure ourselves of slavery. This amendment is that cure.
We need 2 yeses.
Get the hell out of here and get him.
But how?
I am the President of the United States, clothed in immense power. You will procure me these votes.
Compromise. We risk it all.
The war will be over in a month.
We are guaranteed to lose the whole thing.
You shoot me dead. I am voting yes.
Leave the Constitution alone.
Today we will vote.
You insult God.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
Epic.
Stirring. I am the President of the United States, clothed in immense power. There you go.
So good.
So I had to get it out.
Yeah.
That's one of Daniel Day-Lewis there as Lincoln. Very good performance, as always.
Yeah.
Do I think this is like his best performance? No.
No?
Not really. I think it's intense. I think it's more subtle than some of his other performances, actually. That's sort of the only time you hear him go a bit mental.
Yeah.
Which is, it's good.
It's very difficult, isn't it, for actors to do biopics, especially somebody like...
We didn't know what he sounded like.
Yeah.
But apparently he sounded like Ronald Reagan.
There we go, then.
Nancy.
That was amazing.
Vote for the Gipper.
Go on.
I'll go on. So, yeah, very good film. Reminded me, if anyone's seen The West Wing, it felt like a bit longer version of it's 2.5. It's at least 2.5 hours. This
Blimey.
one does not feel like it though.
No.
I thought as soon as it started, I thought this is gonna last. It's gonna feel like 2.5 hours. Really doesn't. It's really like keeps you on the edge of your seat. Even though like.
You kind of know the end, but
this is part of the problem, I think, with the end. Like you're really into it, and you think, oh, is he going to get the votes? Oh God! And then you realise, sort of like halfway through the scene where everyone's voting, you think, well, of course he's going to get the votes. That's like
spoiler alert.
Spoilers. Lincoln, slavery ended, guys. Spoilers. I liked it. It really did feel like The West Wing, though. In the way that parts of it are light-hearted. Like there's one of the guys, because he sends out sort of a team to procure the votes. One of them's played by James Spader, who's in Boston Legal, and he's quite comical and swarthy gentleman, and he's quite funny. That's sort of like the comic relief, if there is any. But yeah, he sort of he portrays Lincoln as sort of like quite a frail kind of guy, which is weird, I thought, because you think Lincoln, you think big speeches and all that business, but it was sort of like it was he wears a blanket a lot. It's sort of, I thought it's really good, like. And Sally, as he said, Sally Cross.
Fields.
That's you. Sally Field as Mary Todd Lincoln.
She's a great actress.
His wife. She is really good in it.
Yeah.
I don't know why she isn't winning all these Best Actresses.
Yeah.
Maybe because Jennifer Lawrence equally is amazing in Silver Linings Playbook. But she's really good in it. She gives like a really intense performance.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where they're arguing about like how he should have sent her to the madhouse, and that's like one of the most powerful scenes in the whole thing, because they're both just such good actors and they like bouncing off each other. The film itself, as I said, it feels like The West Wing, and it's sort of like, I don't know, like.
Did you get any of Steven Spielberg's good directing from it, or was it?
I didn't.
Because I've never really seen him do things like biopics before.
I didn't really notice sort of the direction particularly. I thought it was, it's hard to in biopics though, because you're just thinking about you know, the story itself, and how well they represent it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's some Tommy Lee Jones also should be mentioned. He's really good in it as well. He deserves all his accolades.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll win the Oscar again. Maybe not, because he won it Best Supporting Actor before with The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. Which very good film. But I like Lincoln. Okay, I'm not. It's not the best film of the year, but it went really fast. It's better than The Iron Lady if we're talking about political biopics.
Ooh,
I didn't really like The Iron Lady. Janice. But what I do think is that it's a nice film to watch. It's an easy film. It's kind of an easy film to watch. Nice to get a bit of background on things.
Yeah.
But it's not one you're going to be thinking about in 10 years' time as a classic, you know. So it's good for the time being, I think. And it's well told, and it feels, you know, you're not bored at any point. But I will say, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it. Very underused.
Yeah.
Not very particularly.
It's a shame because I really thought he was coming into his own now.
Yeah,
I kind of thought.
It's sort of quite unusual in it, actually. He plays one of his sons who really wants to fight in the war, but they won't let him.
Yeah.
And Lincoln slaps him around at one point, and he's not very happy. But yeah, isn't it?
I have to ask a question, if that's okay, before you give
go.
your total. Performance-wise, Daniel Day-Lewis up against the brilliant Hugh Jackman in Les Mis, which we'll be reviewing in a minute.
A little bit.
Oscars.
I'm going to say Daniel Day-Lewis.
Do you think he deserves it more, or do you think...
Well, I do think I think it's hard to compare. It's hard to notice acting when he's singing, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think Daniel Day-Lewis, a more restrained performance from him.
Yeah.
And I think it's all the better for that, because I think he really overplays it in There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
Which he also won the Oscar for.
Yes, he did.
A few years ago. But yeah, good film. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's one of the best films of the year, but as I said, it's not going to be a classic that you'll remember for the rest of your life. It's just really good to watch. It's a nice film to watch.
I'll give a clip from it, and then we'll move on to Les Mis.
Fantastic.
I have to do this, and I will do it, and I don't need your permission to enlist.
That same speech has been made by how many sons, how many fathers since the war began? I don't need your damn permission, you miserable old goat. I'm going to enlist anyhow. And what wouldn't those numberless fathers have given to be able to say to their sons, as I now say to mine, I'm Commander-in-Chief. So in point of fact, without my permission, you ain't enlisting in nothing, nowhere, young man.
It's Mama you're scared of. It's not me getting killed. I have to do this, and I will. Or I will feel ashamed of myself for the rest of my life. Whether or not you fought is what's gonna matter. And not just to other people, but to myself. I won't be you, Pa. I can't do that, but I don't want to be nothing.
Ooh,
there you go. Intense.
Lincoln there.
Lincoln.
Okay, Les Miserables.
For our date night.
Date night. Basically, just a quick go over of it. 1882 book originally by Victor Hugo about the French Revolution, with lots of other stories intertwined with it. Made into a musical, which is now on Broadway, West End, everywhere in its 25th year.
Phenomenon, if you will.
Phenomenon.
Yeah.
And then they made it into an all-star cast. To name but a few.
Big blowout.
Anne Hathaway. Amanda Seyfried. Thank you.
I mean...
Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah. Oh.
Samantha Barks.
Who? Was she that?
Eponine.
Yeah, that one.
Who was in the actual West End production of it.
All star.
I'm getting there. Russell Crowe.
Yay.
Hugh Jackman.
Yay.
Beautiful. Okay. Here we go.
Carter, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, of course. Of course. Master of the House. That's coming up.
Master of the House.
Here is the trailer for Les Miserables.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high, life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder.
I just realised that you actually need to go on YouTube to watch the advert, because otherwise it's just Anne Hathaway singing, and that song's coming up later anyway.
So there we go. We'll pretend that didn't happen.
We'll pretend that didn't happen.
And we'll give you a brief overview of what happens in the thing.
because it seems better. But we do have, like, some clips from Les Mis, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
We've got Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean.
And he's played by Hugh Jackman.
Brilliant.
And he's a prisoner.
Mhm.
And he's set free, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
But he's really poor. And then he steals things. But then he works his way up.
The bishop.
Yeah,
and
the bishop.
then realises
I
that
don't
he
need to do
needs
this.
to make good.
Yeah.
So he changes his name and he becomes the mayor of his town.
Respectable human.
It's a respectable human. And during this time, Anne Hathaway is thrown out of her job.
Yeah. But she's Fantine.
Yes.
Not
actually Anne
during
Hathaway.
this time, Anne Hathaway is unemployed.
And Jean Valjean is...
But what's he called as mayor of that town? He's called something else, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Monsieur le Maire.
That's the one, Monsieur le Maire. There you go. There you go. Life.
That's how much I pay attention.
Yeah, get you. Is it the 13th Amendment? Yes, it is.
Yeah, so she's thrown out onto the streets, and Jean Valjean is being chased by Javert, played by the brilliant Russell Crowe.
He's my favourite.
He's brilliant. Although he sings through his nose, which kind of
I like
me a bit,
that, because he's so bad. It's the same reason I like Susan Boyle.
The best thing about that film is when Russell Crowe sang the words, "We will nip it in the bud."
We will nip it in the bud.
Why is he Lincoln?
Because he's Lincoln and he's clothed in immense power.
He is.
He is. Immense clothes as well.
Basically, Jean Valjean says that he will take care of Cosette, who is Fantine's daughter.
Yeah, because Fantine gets a bit in a sticky situation down the docks, as it were.
Yeah. And as soon as Javert finds out that it is actually Jean Valjean and not Monsieur le Maire, Monsieur le Maire, Jean Valjean, runs away with Cosette, who has then grown up to be a beautiful Amanda Seyfried, although very annoying.
My friend said this as well.
Hate her. I really like her, and I respect her. I respect her acting performance. And then it just kind of goes on from there. She falls in love with Eddie Redmayne, who I've forgotten who is.
Redmayne?
Yeah. What is his name?
I can't remember his name.
No.
Oh, Marius.
Marius. Beautiful. And Eponine, played by the brilliant Samantha Barks.
She's in love with him.
Yes, she's in love with him, and her parents are Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen and Bonham Carter.
Yeah, so it all kind of rolls in together.
Who are sort of the comic relief characters.
Yes, which is great. I've heard a lot of people have turned around and said that they don't actually like them.
Now I don't really particularly Helena Bonham Carter. I have an on-off relationship with her, in terms of her acting, not an actual one. We're not revealing anything like that today. But I think that sometimes she just is a bit lazy in her film choices, and she plays the same role all the time. But I actually thought she holds this together in this film.
I really like her.
And I thought she was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more. And people are saying, couldn't stand Sacha Baron Cohen. But it was his character.
Yeah,
If you've read the book, you would have known,
they're in
seen
there
the
to
play.
be clowns.
They're there for a reason. They're there to act the way they did. And actually,
Yeah.
Thomas Hooper, who's the director who also did The King's Speech,
Yeah.
did a really good job of choosing them.
Yeah.
And like you said, it is comic relief. It is a way to escape the whole doom and gloom of the film.
Yeah. So
They
otherwise
bring a
it'd be
real...
miserable.
Exactly. And I think it's unfortunate that they're portrayed in this kind of way when actually it's just the characters that were brought about upon them.
Yeah.
It was just Victor Hugo choosing them as characters.
Yeah. I can't remember what their names are.
No,
but,
not right.
Yeah, the masters of the house.
They're masters of the house. Chris is ill.
Excuse me.
That's
sorry.
why he's coughing.
I do have flu.
So, all-round performances. Who was your best? Who was your worst?
My favourite performance is Russell Crowe. Now, he's getting a lot of stick because people are saying he can't sing.
I thought he was really good. I was shocked and surprised.
Yeah, he's definitely my favourite because, I wanted him to win a bit because he he just chases him round all the time. He's chasing this Hugh Jackman round, and he's just everything he says. He's he ends it with Javert.
Yeah,
this is his name, and he's just I am Javert, la 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 la.
Yeah,
and it's really good. And his part of that song, where it's who am? Is it not Who Am I?
Stars.
What's the other one? Where they're all singing Tomorrow or something.
One Day More.
One Day More.
coming up on
we
the
will
show
nip it
later.
in the bud,
Yeah.
etc. I think that's
I
my
love
favourite
that
part.
song.
He re-stirs me
Yeah.
on these things because he can't properly sing, but he can. I think he does a good job.
I thought that was the brilliance of the film. Thomas Hooper, if you didn't know this already, they're all live singing. It's not pre-recorded.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
really good.
really like it because when Hugh Jackman sings Bring Him Home, it's not the best performance.
No.
But it's really raw
Yeah.
and it's really emotional. And I think, you know, if you really want to get into the minds of the character, I think you really need to hear them sing rather than just, you know, have
Pre-recorded
a
Glee, auto-tuned.
Exactly, and it would be noticeable.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I think, is, you know, it is about grit. It's about doom and gloom.
Yeah.
You can't have these polished voices.
But also feel good.
Exactly.
I don't like the ending though, because
well, don't give that away.
yeah, I'm not. I won't. But it sort of feels like, as for a thing that's very anti-revolution, anti-monarchy in business.
But
sort
then
of-
again, that can't be blamed on the film.
No, it can't. It can't. It can. It can.
Mr. Victor Hugo.
Yeah, it's Hugo's fault.
Yeah.
So I have a problem with Victor Hugo.
I
more than anyone else.
liked Daniel Huttlestone,
Who's he?
who is the
he the
underdog.
blonde one?
Gavroche. No, the little boy.
No, I hate
I
Gavroche.
loved him. I
hate-
thought
I
he was
hate-
gorgeous, and that was the
I
only
hate-
bit that made me cry.
I hate
won't give it away.
Gavroche. I hate Gavroche.
Mm.
Oh, I hate him.
I really liked him, and I think he'll do well.
Shut up.
And I think everyone did a really good performance.
Yeah, I think so.
I was really impressed.
Yeah. And what I thought was interesting was something that Mark Kermode, everyone's favourite big-handed critic, said that Russell Crowe can't. He says Russell Crowe can't sing.
Yeah.
Well, I think he can a bit, but he says that sort of works in the favour of the film because you're not meant to like the character Javert.
Yeah.
And I think that he can't sing. That makes you sort of dislike him more, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
it helps with the disliking.
Yeah.
So yes,
So there you go. That's Les Miserables.
I enjoyed it. Wouldn't see it twice.
What would you give it out of 10?
7 again?
Okay.
No, 6.
Oh, blimey.
6 or 7.
I'd give it a 10.
Would?
Yeah,
No.
I thought it was brilliant. I
Oh.
really enjoyed it.
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I've seen other things of it, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it, and I think they
It's a very
lived up
good
to
musical
the...
film.
Yeah, I think they lived up to the expectations that was surrounding it, so I definitely
Yeah.
give it a 10 out of 10.
If you're going to go and see it, know that there is singing all the way through.
Yeah,
'Cause
don't
people get annoyed for some reason.
go in, with the thought that it wouldn't be.
The
'cause
idea
it
that a
is.
musical isn't all singing is
It is.
apparently confusing.
It's not Chicago.
No, it's not
where it's
Chicago,
talking
'cause
and
it's,
singing.
It's better than Chicago.
It is.
But I'm not a big fan of musical films anyway. Apart from Evita, which we all
Madonna.
love. Madonna.
So now we've
No.
got another song for you.
Yeah.
It's from Happy Feet because Hugh Jackman is indeed in that film. As
Is
the dad.
he?
Yeah, he is. And I think this is Brittany Murphy's version of
Oh.
R.I.P. Of Somebody to Love from Queen. It's a really
Okay.
good version, and I really like it. And it's a shame because she had a beautiful voice. So-
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
There you go. What lovely sentiments there from Hugh Jackman after that lovely rendition of Somebody to Love.
From the film Happy Feet. We've
Happy,
had a
happy,
text
happy
in
feet. Oh.
from Liam McNeely
What's it saying?
saying, I watched Django Unchained and it was really good. I've watched it 3 times. I also watched Lincoln and it was rubbish.
You've watched 9 hours of Django Unchained. That's a lot. That's quite good. Must be good.
Well done, Liam.
Well done.
Impressive
But
stuff.
Lincoln's good, so you're wrong.
Okay, a little game for you now. It's a terrible game, but I needed to do this title.
I'm sure it's not.
It was an opportunity.
I'm sure
not
it's
to
a
be
brilliant
missed.
game.
Lay miss or lay hit.
Yay.
Because it's kind of like Oscars time.
No,
and
is it?
Golden Globes and BAFTAs.
It's the award season, if you will.
Award season, if you will. I've come up with a game of the Golden Globes, which has just come up, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions about it. Just a little quiz.
Ooh.
See what you know.
I think I know quite a lot.
Yeah?
I don't
Wow.
know. Oh, I don't know. I'm not
It's-
confident now.
It's
Tina
soon to
Fey.
be reckoned with.
Amy Poehler.
Okay, so you know that they presented
Hosted.
it.
Was that one of the questions?
No, it wasn't actually.
Ah.
But you've got it on there.
Too easy.
We'll give you a tick.
Thank you.
The first
Yeah.
is... Are you ready?
I'm not. No, yes, I am.
Do you know
Muffin
the
Man.
2 people who got the music of shame, if you will?
Music of shame?
Yeah. It's basically when actresses or actors
Yeah.
go on too long on their
Oh,
speech.
right.
That the embarrassing music comes in.
I
at the
know
end.
that Jodie Foster didn't and should have been.
Yes, yeah.
Because she was,
Went on too long.
She
Do you
did.
know, there's
Oh,
2 people.
I know there's Oh, I can't. Lena Dunham.
Well done.
Is it?
Yeah.
She won?
She was one.
Quentin Tarantino?
No.
Yeah, don't know.
Do you want me to play the clip? And
Yeah,
you'll
go on.
probably.
Go on.
I'm not sure which ones these are, so I'll play them both and then.
I want to say thank you to my family, Lori, Tip, Grace,
It's
now
Lena
Dad.
Dunham.
Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press for this
There it
incredible
comes.
honor. This award is for every woman who's ever felt like there wasn't a space for her. This show's made a space for me. Thank you so much.
That's from Girls. And the music came in and she realised she had to stop. The other one.
What I
is-
liked about when she went up on stage, they played Dancing on My Own by Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Thank you so much for everything you gave me.
That's the same one.
To my family, who are everything to me, and my husband. Honey,
no.
you make every day better than the last, and thank you for the best
Hathaway?
string of yesterdays I have
Hathaway.
ever had. I love you.
Why do they sound
Thank you to the
exactly the
Hollywood
same?
Foreign Press.
She even gets cut out a little. If you listen again, let me just play it for you again.
Please do.
I think it's this one.
Thank you so much for everything you gave me. To my family, who are everything to me, and my husband.
embarrassing
Honey, you make
music,
every day
shame.
better than the last, and thank you for the best string of yesterdays I have ever had. I love you. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press.
There, she goes out.
I
cut
like
out.
how jazzy it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Da-da-da, get off the stage. Da-da-da. Oh, Hathaway.
Okay, I'm going to play a clip for you now.
Okay.
3 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Wow, that's quite long.
You can laugh through it. It's my favourite. It's Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig
This was amazing.
presenting.
I
Yeah,
liked this,
I really enjoyed this. But
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, I don't want you to give me the answer now,
Oh, right.
who had a sour face during this?
I
Yeah.
know the answer already.
And this year, the Golden Globes has asked if each presenter would watch all of the films in their category to have an appreciation of these amazing performances, which I did. I totally watched them.
This is very funny.
Did
If
you?
we say it enough, everyone will laugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's only five films. It's only five
It's not
films, so
crazy.
you
You just watch them.
sit down, you pop them in, you watch them.
We
It's not a
did.
big deal.
Not a big deal. Oh my
and,
gosh.
And
These-
wow, these performances.
Oh my gosh.
The these performances, the Emily Blunt.
Salmon
fishing in the Yemen.
Emily Blunt, always
Emily,
beautiful,
beautiful,
always amazing.
And when the salmon,
salmon
are coming out, and they,
And then when the bad guy
when
comes,
the bad
and that
guy
one salmon's
comes,
like,
and the salmon's like, and you
and
know,
you're in Yemen.
and you're in Yemen. And Judi
Judi
Dench,
Dench.
where did she come from? Unknown. She used to
Amazing.
be a police officer, and her first movie, Best Exotic Marigold Hotel,
Oh my
and
gosh.
she comes into
and,
town.
and she's on that
That tractor and
with
the marigolds
are just
everywhere.
in her hair.
And
she comes in
and
that one
she-
scene. You know that
she
scene where
looks
she
at the
she
town
looks at
people,
and she's
and
like,
she says, "You
get out
of
here. Get out.
Jennifer Lawrence,
Oh my
Silver-
gosh. Love
Silver-
Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Law, love her. Silver Linings
Playbook. Oh my gosh.
And the silver. I thought it was an animated
I know,
film.
the silver that she's collected,
She's
and
over
that
time,
and they try to take it, and she
and
comes
she says,
in.
"No, that's my cookbook."
Yes.
And
She comes in and she
she
says, like,
"You get out of here. You get out." She means it. Maggie Smith in the Quartet. And
The Quartet.
no one knows
No one
what
can
the
do it.
Quartet is. And it's ambiguous.
And you're like, you think you know what it is, and
they're
then
like,
that guy comes.
and he's like, I think I know where the Quartet is. But he doesn't. And what does that say? I don't.
Mariel.
Mariel
Streep.
Mariel Streep.
Friend of
Hope
Exposition.
Springs, and
Oh my gosh.
she's the
She
sassy
plays
sheriff.
that sassy
sheriff. I'm Hope Springs, and
Southern, that accent, and that old, and that town.
The town.
She comes in on
She
the
comes
horse,
in on
and
the
that
horse
scene,
and the
oh, that
scene
and
where she looks at the town people. You get
Get
out of here, you are. You get out of here. And
So during
Amusing.
Meryl Streep,
Meryl Streep.
who
I know.
had a sour face?
It was Meryl Streep's co-star, Tommy Lee Jones.
It was indeed.
Because that was funnier than the entire thing.
The
'Cause
entire
It's
thing.
when they're talking about Meryl Streep, he's just sitting there and he's just like not laughing.
No,
or finding any
nothing.
of it funny at all.
Oh, he was an angry man.
Amazing.
Okay.
Love that sweet, sweet Tommy
I've
Lee
got another
Jones.
clip on here, and I can't remember
Oh, oh right.
why.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to play it.
Okay. I hope it's nothing rude.
No, it won't be.
Good.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a go.
Oh, what does it say? I beat Meryl.
Oh, yeah. Another controversial moment.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence there.
Yeah, saying she beat Meryl. Was that one of your questions? Or?
Yes.
Right. Jennifer Lawrence.
Can you tell
What
me,
does it
though?
say? I beat Meryl.
What was her answer for this?
Oh.
Like, she was questioned about it, and she said, no, it wasn't about Meryl Streep. It was, can you remember?
No.
She said it was from a film.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember what film it was from. This is really well organised.
Well done.
Yeah, and she said it was from a film, and she picked it up, and she went, oh, what does it say? I beat Meryl. So that's what she used it from.
Yes.
But equally, I don't think it's that controversial. I think
It's
she could get
funny.
away with that quite well.
Amusing.
Because, nobody beats Meryl.
Nobody beats Meryl.
Nobody.
Apart from her, Jennifer Lawrence.
Apart from Jennifer Lawrence. Okay.
I love Jennifer Lawrence.
Next.
A bit.
I just want to know who got the actor for Best Drama.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Can you do an impression?
I won the acting Golden Globe, clothed in immense gold.
Who got actress for Best Drama? Do you know?
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
No,
Why
I
not?
don't think I do.
No? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
If I give you a clue.
Yeah, go on.
0 Dark 30.
Oh, not Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
Did
indeed.
she?
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
Um,
That's what I like about the Golden Girls. They split it into comedy and
exactly. Yeah, that's why I like it too. So
Drama.
everyone got their chance.
yeah.
Director.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Of course,
Fargo.
yes,
Snubbed at the
yes.
Oscars for Best Director.
Indeed.
Not
indeed.
nominated at all.
And finally, original song.
Adele. Skyfall.
Skyfall. Beautiful.
Taylor Swift's face as well when she didn't win was very amusing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I do like Taylor
She
Swift.
look angry.
Yes.
So that concludes Les Mis or Les Hit.
That was.
What a great feature.
I'm going to say
Definitely
Les
coming
Mis.
back, yeah. After this, we've got television versus smell-o-vision.
Hooray!
And then I'll come back with another awards game. But it's not a game, it's like a sweepstake.
Oh my.
So we're going to do a sweepstake.
Are you endorsing gambling?
No, just between you and I.
Okay.
So then when the Oscars
So I was going to say I was
do
going
come
to bring
out,
out my
it's going to be brilliant.
my gala casino.
Card. Indeed. Okay, this is Sir Elton John.
What?
And The Drover. It's from the film Australia.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
That's the only way to kill them. But what is the way to get in touch if you want to find out who that is in... We know it's Hugh Jackman.
We do.
But what film? What character?
What character?
You tweet us at Express Radio. You can text us, studio, and then your message, like, who is that, to 82010. We've got text. Texts are working. We know how to do it now. That's great. Or email us, kind of archaic, but never mind, studio@expressradio.co.uk. And you can also get on our Facebook and just leave a message saying, hey there, guys, I know who it is. Or maybe not that. Maybe just like, hey there, guys, you okay? I like loads of films.
Lol.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now we have television versus smell-o-vision.
Indeed.
Yes.
This is where we run down the 5 top of our choices and
Yeah.
the 5 bottom.
Yeah. It's our
choices.
favourite and our least favourite TV of the week.
Yeah.
I've taken on the role of smell this week, and you are the tell.
I'm the tell.
You
Why
are
don't
the
you
tell.
hit us off with some bad
I'll hit you off. So we'll get through the misery,
Yeah.
the drudgery of the horrifying television
Uh-huh.
that I've borne witness to
Indeed.
this week. Number 5, actually, it's not that bad, but because it disappointed me, Girls.
Yeah.
Now, I thought Girls was going to be amazing. I thought this is going to be one of those new sort of the best.
Big franchise for TV kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a really funny, amazing thingy, mabob.
Yeah.
But it's not that funny.
No.
Like it's quite dramatic in bits, which I thought was okay. But it's billed as like hilarious new comedy drama or whatever, and it's just not that funny. There's not many that amusing scenes in it. Also, what didn't help was everyone was comparing it to Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And Sex and the City is one of the greatest programs of all time.
Exactly.
Definitely forever.
That
Drama
really annoyed
and comedy
me.
wise, the last 2 episodes are the most perfect television hour and a half they will ever be.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc. So Girls of Disappointment. I'm going to stick with it. I watched all 10 and I thought it's okay because they're only half an hour each. I'm going to watch some of the second series. But from what I've heard from message boards, etc., it's much of the same. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, Sex and the City started off not great either. Remember when she used to talk to the camera?
God. Don't even get me started. And when the English woman was actually Australian.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
first
that
episode.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, number 4, Miranda. You like Miranda?
I love it.
I know Sally likes Miranda. But I think it's terrible because all she does is fall over and biscuit blizzards or whatever, and she eats, and that's all she does, and it's not amusing in any way. And that's biscuit blizzard, and it's not amusing, not amusing in any way. And people say you're like her, Sally, but that's not true because Sally is funny. Everybody, Miranda's not amusing. In
Also,
the
can I just say I do not look like her.
You don't look like her either. This is very true. Not that would be a bad thing.
No,
of course.
But
She's got. But I mean, it's better than the other TV that I'm going to mention. I just don't think the one I watched this series was when she was ill, and it was just like this is useless, terrible, awfulness. Anyway, number 3, Dancing on Ice. What is?
Nobody sees the point.
This has surely run out of steam by now. They've brought in Jason Gardner again. He's like the Queen of Mean or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's got some sort of toupee on now.
He ain't got nothing to do.
I mean, he shouldn't be allowed on TV.
Craig Revel Horwood.
No, he hasn't, because Craig Revel Horwood, even though he's nasty, he can take the mick out of himself. I don't think Jason Gardner can do that.
And also, I feel like Craig Revel Horwood only does it when it's actually necessary, whereas I feel like Jason Gardner just does it because he can.
He can't dance, first of all. He's not a dancer. He's just there to critique the performance.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay, whatever. And like he called someone once like a bit of fecal matter.
Oh.
I thought, what a disgusting sort of reference. What a horrible man. So yeah, run out of steam. Dancing on Ice, not a very good program. Next, number 2. I'm stuck between whether to put one of these on top or the other. I'm going to put Two Broke Girls at number 2.
Yeah. You can tell us what you were on the list.
I know. And the other number 1 is Mrs. Brown. But let me go into Mrs. Brown's Boys, of course. Number 2, Two Broke Girls. What is this? These actresses are terrible.
Yeah.
They have no sense of comedic timing. It's meant to be funny. It's not funny. It's quite racist, actually, in some bits, because they have so many stereotypes, they don't know what to do with them.
I've never got around to watching it.
It's really just not funny at all, and it tries to be controversial, but it can't because it's a network show, and it's just not funny anyway.
Yeah.
Number 1, Mrs. Brown's Boys. What is this hell unleashed upon us by man? It is terrible. It is literally a man in a dress.
I mean, this is the one thing that I can really, agree with you on.
It's the lowest form of humour.
I don't understand how people find it funny.
People go to see it live.
It's
They're mental.
Man
They're mental about it.
Dressed up as a woman.
And that's the joke.
Telling non-funny
he swears.
jokes.
That's the other joke.
Yeah.
There's a lot of swearing. Ooh, funny.
It just tries to be as controversial as absolutely possible.
Without actually being that controversial at all. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's terrible.
And when it is controversial, it's just like, well, that's just dumb.
Yeah, it's not very funny.
Not funny.
Or
what was your
relevant.
other one?
Yeah, that was it. That was the top one.
Did you have any others, though? Didn't you have one that you
top
had
5.
to take out of the list?
I did, yeah. EastEnders, Waterloo Road. EastEnders, it hasn't gripped me this Christmas as it has last few.
Yeah.
I did like the demise of Derek Branning, but I thought he should have been murdered and not died of a heart attack. So there we go. That's my sort of
and Waterloo Road.
happy note. Yeah, Waterloo Road's lost its touch as well. Don't like it, but it's not as bad as Mrs. Brown or Two Broke Girls.
No.
Horrible, horrifying,
disgusting
programs of all time.
Ugh,
what about you? Let's go to some positives.
Yeah, let's go through some positives.
What's the best TV you've seen this week?
At number 5, I've got Africa. Just because, you can't fault a bit of David Attenborough. And the nice thing about Africa, what I find from Twitter and Facebook and things like that, is a lot of the younger people are watching it. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound old or whatever. But
It's nice to get kids involved.
yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of never expected it to appeal to a teenage demographic, but it has, and it's got a lot of people, a lot of family viewing together. And I know that sounds really traditional and old and boring, but it has, and I really quite like how
Yeah,
it's been
it
able
is
to do
nice,
that.
yeah.
And it's a beautiful program, and David Attenborough, the dulcet tones
Oh, yes.
of the man himself is just beautiful.
Yes.
So that's number 5. BBC One. It's still on iPlayer as well. So
Yeah, all the episodes are on
yeah.
there. Yeah.
One Born Every Minute at number 4. I just love it. I absolutely love it.
I've never actually watched an episode.
It's brilliant. If you're not into like, you know,
Children.
seeing that, then you're not gonna like it. But there's not too much of it. You know, you kind of go through the stories of the patients first and things like that, and then they're brought into hospital. It's quite humorous, actually. It is quite funny. And you know, that's what I love about it, is I do find it quite funny.
What did I watch once? It was something like Fat Women Giving Birth or something it was called. It was on
right.
Channel 4 as well. I imagine it's similar, only with people of all sizes.
Yeah, but it's great. It is brilliant. It's I definitely recommend it. 4OD to watch all the other series. But yeah, found a tear in your eye. At number 3, Great
And a tear in
British
your-
Bake Off. Just comic relief.
GBBO.
So you've got celebrities this time doing it.
And
For
Mary
one night
Berry.
only
Mary
across
Berry.
the week. Obviously, Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood still judging, still brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It's very funny. They do the 3 challenges, the technical challenge and the other 2, whatever they are.
Paul Hollywood reminds me of Alec Baldwin, only with baking expertise. Not that I'm saying Alec himself can't bake.
But you've got people like Warwick Davies. Yeah, he does
they
one
have to,
episode.
like, lower the counter?
Claudia Winkleman does one episode, and I think there's 5. So I definitely recommend it. It's very, very funny, very good, and it's kind of nice to see celebrities doing it.
Also, the Mary Berry story is started last night.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah, a bit.
So good.
Missed the end.
She's such a
no,
legend.
missed the beginning. She's
Hashtag lad.
amazing. She
Yeah.
hangs out with her friends.
She does.
It's great.
Like, I definitely recommend that. And then at number 2, Silent Witness. Started again. It's already had 3 episodes. Thursdays and Fridays this time, which is kind of annoying. I used to like my Sunday night
Monday
installment
night. I'm surprised
of
it's still on.
Silent Witness. Oh, I love it.
Not much fanfare.
Although I was kind of gutted because Harry's gone and he's been replaced
Oh.
by a new man, and I was gutted about this because I do love my Harry. But they've kept up good story. Sorry, it's very windy in the studio. They've kept up really, really good storylines this time, and instead of it just being it's very.
That's the one with the. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very tense.
For a
this
flute,
series.
that was impressive. I
Very
thought.
impressive.
Thank you.
Sign you up to Les Mis next. Oh.
I can play one of the paupers.
Really, really good because it's very tense and it's very it's got more of a storyline to it this time.
Oh right.
Whereas before it's very like this person's died. Quickly finds out. Oh, here's some blood. Whereas this time it's very like who did it? It's a lot more complicated this series,
good.
which is kind of frustrating because you're kind of like I can't keep up. There's too many characters, but you keep with it. If you keep with it, you'll love it.
It's good.
That's number 2.
Ooh.
At number 1, The Undateables.
I like this program.
It's just finished.
Sometimes.
But you can find it on 4OD. And a lot of people turn around and go, oh no, don't like things like that. It's very unethical. But it's not.
See,
it's brilliant.
I
think it's
there's
very
an
funny.
ethical line with this somewhere.
Mm.
I think it's not. It's. Excuse me. I think it's very sweet sometimes, but I also question, like, the need for people to, because there's a big emphasis on, like, there's a guy's mother last night and she was like, oh, he's 20 and he's never had a proper relationship, and it's a bit like, well,
there is a big emphasis on that. Mm.
You don't need to. You can be happy on your own and stuff. So I think.
But I suppose it is a program about.
But
being
it is
in love,
about
and all these people want to be in love.
They want to. Don't
Yeah.
they? So that's okay.
And I really, really like it. It's it's fun. It's. I don't know how to explain it really.
It's quite amusing.
Yeah.
Because not
but
like,
not in
you're not
that
laughing
kind of
at
way.
people.
Yeah.
You're just laughing, at the situation. In a weird way.
It's really confusing to talk about without making yourself come across as
really bad.
really bad. But that's not what it's about. It's a really light-hearted, lovely program.
It
I
is
think.
nice.
And it is,
It's
like
got good intention.
Yeah, it does. And some of the people in it are absolutely gorgeous, and they're really, really lovely. So I definitely recommend that. So that's my number 1 this week.
That's good. Can I mention 3 brief ones?
Go on.
Borgen. Oh my god,
Obviously.
Borgen. Love Borgen.
Yeah.
Watch Borgen. Last episode on Saturday. Last 2. Amazing. And also at the end of 30 Rock, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And you can't watch it legally in this country right now, but I'm sure there are other ways and means. Watch it. It's for like last season. Last season, amazing. Brilliant. I wanted to mention something else as well. Oh, The Hotel. I really like The Hotel on Channel 4. Have you been watching The Hotel?
Yeah, really, really good.
And I've been following Alison and Mark on Twitter. And Alison's name on Twitter is Baby Bint.
What a legend.
So she's amazing. So
Even
yes, there we
better.
go. That's my quick.
Okay, so that's television versus television. After this, we will have That's What She Said.
Hooray.
But before that, I have a song from Les Mis,
Oh.
which is the amazing I Dream to Dream by Anne Hathaway.
Hooray.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
You have 1 link left to get your answers in for Who Jackman this week.
That's such a radio talk.
Tweet us at Express Radio, text studio, then your answer to 82010. Email studio@expressradio.co.uk or get on our Facebook page. Facebook, have you seen this? That was Anne Hathaway there with the beautiful sounds of I Dream to Dream.
She needs to spit it out in the end, though. God.
She does get
on with
sad,
it. Get on with it, Hathaway.
Wow. Okay. Sadly, we don't have time to play our other game, which was the awards game. What a shame. It was awful. It was just to fill time.
Hey, there's there's loads more awards to come. We've got the BAFTAs in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we'll
we've
play
got the Oscars in 3.
Yeah, we'll play another thing when it
We have 20 million award shows to follow and comment and
That's what she
re-comment
said.
on. Is it?
That's what she said.
What
it
did
is.
she say?
And now is the game. That's what she said. It's basically the innuendo show where I pick clips and Chris has to guess what these are
clips.
from. Yes.
Clips.
Innuendo. Number 1.
Nope.
I'm play all 5 for you. Unfortunately, again, it's not a very good one this week. I seem to be
This
getting
is
worse.
brilliant. You're very much down on yourself. But
Sorry.
I'm sure they'll be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there are some really good ones. So just wait till the end, then I'll play them again, and then you can guess for me. So play along at home.
Right,
Here's
so
the
what
first...
you're doing is you're playing them all, and then I'll guess at the end. Okay, fantastic.
Here's the first clip for you.
Okay.
I might tone that down.
Why?
Because you've just said that.
I might like it.
I don't think you do.
Ooh.
What?
I know, it was a rubbish one. But it just sounds a bit frisky, doesn't it? Listen to it.
I might tone that down.
Why?
Because you've just said that.
I might like it.
I don't think you do.
It just sounds a bit flirty, doesn't it?
Maybe.
I might turn that down. What? I don't think you like it. Why?
Okay, now that you've done
See?
that makes it all worth it.
It does.
Great.
And do all the holes, or a good batch anyway, first.
Good to you.
I'll play that again for you.
And do all the holes, or a good batch anyway, first.
That's the way he says batch.
It's batch. It's the hard B.
Yeah. It's that big B.
And it feels like my haven's been violated.
Please.
That one was quite good.
I enjoyed that.
I'll play it again for you.
And it feels like my haven's been violated.
Do you remember Haven Holiday Parks
Haven.
with
Aw.
that tiger?
Classic. I do.
Remember that tiger?
I do. I never went.
I used to go.
Oh, no! It fell in!
What?
Oh, no! It fell in!
I don't even know what that one is. Oh! No, he fell in!
Oh, no! It fell in!
It's just the first owl.
I don't even know what that one's from.
Fantastic.
Will, I'll get Will on the case. Do you know what that's from, Will?
Producer Will. Short cameo appearance.
Number 4.
Number 4, Will. Number 4. He's not listening. Let's play the other one.
This is the other one.
And with your snuff box on board, we have our items heading off to auction.
I know what
that
it
from
is.
Auntie's Road Trip?
And this is frustrating, Will. I have big trouble with you because it was a clip from... I'm going to tell you what it is because that was not the clip I wanted.
Ooh.
It was Rachel Koo and, her
Rachel
little
what?
Paris kitchen.
Koo.
But she does say something about putting her muffins in. And it was a good clip. But he's got the wrong part of
Well,
the
that
clip.
means producer Will is just very innocent.
Yeah.
That's all. We were just dead filthy minds.
Oh, no! It fell in!
That's still quite amusing. Ow.
It was taken off iPlayer. I know it was taken off iPlayer.
Maybe your auto... No, it was taken off iPlayer.
It was taken
The
off.
episode was taken off.
Oh, so you just found this one instead? Okay, cool. I'll
There
let
you
you
go.
off. Oh, well done, Will.
No, it fell in.
It's getting better.
That still amuses me.
Every time I,
Anyway, well, there we go.
Same show. It's the same show. It's still Rachel Koo. So this is Will's attempt to get in on the whole, that's what she said. Leave the job to me, Will.
Rude.
How rude. Okay, here's the first one again, and I want your guesses now.
Go.
Okay, that didn't work. Right, I'll play again.
My word.
I might tone that down.
Why?
Because you've just said that.
I might like it.
I don't think you do.
I'm going to say the Undateables.
No.
I'm going to say the hotel.
Listen to the man. Listen to the man.
I don't know who it is.
I might tone that down.
Why?
Because you've just said that.
I might like it.
I don't think you do.
I don't know. Who is he?
Paul Hollywood from the Great British Bake Off,
He
the
sounded
comics release.
He sounded Scottish.
No, it's not.
Paul
This
Hollywood.
isn't going very well. Okay, the next one.
Okay.
You should know this.
I should.
And do all the holes, or a good batch anyway, first.
Batch. I don't. Give me a clue.
And do all the holes, or a good batch anyway, first.
You probably won't know what it's from.
Give me a little clue.
The A to Z of gardening.
Give me a little clue.
That's what it's called.
Right, give me a little clue. Right.
It's called the A to Z of gardening.
Who is that man?
It's I've forgotten. Who's the big man in gardening? The gardening world.
Big God. James Wu.
No.
Tommy Walsh.
No.
Alan Titchmarsh.
No.
Yeah, those
Somebody
are the only
else.
men I know.
I'll
Anyway,
find out and I'll let you know.
fantastic.
Next part of the show.
Continue.
This is the next one.
And it feels like my haven's been violated.
Do you know what that's from?
Give me a clue.
I'm not giving you any more clues.
I'd like.
This
You
is
give me
from-
one clue yet.
I can't. That's not. You're not going to know it.
I might.
It's fine. It's from the Allotment Wars. The brilliant program.
I watched a bit of that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It was so weird.
Yeah, the Allotment Wars.
They
Brilliant
had some
programme.
proper warrings.
Yeah.
That's weird. Freaky.
Good program.
It's
Her
alright.
haven was violated. Then this is number 4, which obviously you know.
We know that.
Oh, no, it fell in.
It's the owl.
Rachel Koo and her little Paris kitchen.
Oh.
And with your snuff box on board, we have our items heading off to auction.
I want to say that's either Flog It or Antiques Road Trip.
You got to give me an answer.
Oh, Flog It.
Flog it.
Did Flog
And
It?
with your snuff box on board, we have our items heading off to auction.
Snuff box.
I hate Flog It, but I love Antiques Road Trip.
Yeah.
Have you been watching it?
No, I haven't.
Right, great. Next.
So that concludes the terrible show.
Yay.
That's what she said. Back next week.
Fantastic.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid too.
I decided to choose 2 songs
right.
from the other 2 films that we reviewed.
Right.
However, there doesn't seem to be any songs from Lincoln.
No, but you know who Lincoln loved?
Go
And this
on.
was written in his diary. Deadmau5.
No, well, I actually chose a song from Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln
which
was a lawyer, so...
Dead Mouse featuring
you know.
Cascade, I remember.
I really like this song.
And then after
So-
that, I'll play you the main theme from Django Unchained.
This song is also plays on the new GoldenEye game for Wii. It plays in the club where you have to shoot everyone.
Right,
Just saying.
just saying.
It's out there.
So Dead Mouth featuring Cascade from the film The Lincoln Lawyer.
But not Lincoln.
Not Lincoln.
No.
And then Django Unchained, the main theme from that, which is a good song. And then after that, we're going to have producer Willin, who's going to do the quiz of the week.
Producer Will In, not Willin.
Not
Name is not
Willin.
Willin.
No,
Willin, like
Will
linen.
In.
Willin.
Producer Will is in the studio.
Hello. I bet you've missed that as well.
Absolutely.
I missed the quiz theme immensely.
In like a hole in my heart.
City of a Thousand Dreams.
Yeah, that was Django, the main theme. And also, before that, Dead Mouse featuring Cascade from the Lincoln Lawyer. Will, quiz this week.
Yes, this week it's Les Mis, obviously, because the whole show's been about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
And yeah, I think we should get straight into it
Absolutely.
Right.
before we run out of time and get
Right.
kicked out of the studio.
Right in there.
Absolutely.
So, question 1.
Yeah.
And in the auditions for the film, what reportedly happened at Anne Hathaway's audition for
blimey.
the role of Fantine? Is it A,
Oh.
she was so good the casting director fainted? B, she was so good they gave her the part after 10 seconds?
Oh.
Or C, She was so good, everyone in the room started to cry.
So essentially, she was really good at the audition.
Yeah.
What was B again? Sorry.
She was so good, they gave her the part after 10 seconds.
I'm gonna say
C.
I'm gonna say A.
It's C. It's reported she made everyone cry in there.
Yay!
They're all quite soft, though, aren't they? Probably as casting directors.
They
Break
are.
down at the first.
Oh, they're all soft.
Yeah.
Crying, tears, emotion.
Question 2 is a bit of an Oscar-themed one. How many times have Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman sung together at the Oscars?
3 times. Or 2 times. 2 times. I'm going with 2.
Twice. Yeah, I would say 2 as well.
It is twice, actually.
Yeah.
And apparently on the second time, Anne started off singing on her own because Hugh had said he didn't want to sing with her, but so they did this thing where he stood up and apparently started singing. Yeah,
was that when she did it
that
with
was
James
when
Franco?
she did it with
when
James
it was
Franco.
awful.
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
enjoyed it at all.
Yeah.
Lol.
Question 3, straight back to Les Mis now. What is... Now, I hope I pronounce this right because I haven't seen the film. It's Jean Valjean, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
Jean Valjean.
What's his prison number? Is it A...
24601!
I don't think we even need to read out the options for that.
We
So,
kind of sang it earlier as well,
Yeah.
so we both kind of knew.
The options, if you were interested in it, A, 24606, B, 24601, or C, 118-24/7.
Amazing
Nice,
options.
like what you did that.
Hooray.
Okay, so that's a point each on that one. Question 4. Cosette is... Oh, the music's taking a techno twist now. Is played by Amanda Seyfried in the movie. Who is Cosette's mother in Les Mis? Is it A, Fantine, B, Eponine, or C, Madame Thénardier?
Fantine.
I'm going with C.
Fantine.
It is Fantine, actually. It's A.
Oh, Cosette's mother. I got
Oh.
twisted there. Okay.
Twisted.
Twisted.
Like a
Could be
serpent.
costly.
What a
Could be
shame.
costly,
It
that
is.
one.
Listen to, this is what you need to remember for exams.
It's
Read
3-all.
the question.
Yeah. Now, I'm a bit shaky about actually doing number 5 because
don't
it's got a bit of a spoiler in there as well. Actually.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Which of these characters does not die in the musical? Is it A, Valjean? Yeah.
Stop applauding.
Valjean, B, Eponine, or C, Marius?
Marius.
C, Marius.
Yeah, he doesn't die. So I don't know about it, but I guess the other two do.
Yeah.
So,
You would think, wouldn't you?
yeah. Question 6. What song is the line, "He slept a summer by my side, he filled my days with endless wonder" from?
Don't know.
On my own. No, or I dreamed a dream. I dreamed a dream.
It's I Dreamed a
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to brush up on your musical knowledge.
You should have sang it in the team. Should have sang it in the team.
Oh, you would have got it then.
I would have definitely.
No, you don't want to hear me singing.
We do.
Question 7. Moving on. Anne Hathaway was inspired by Britain's Got Talent runner-up Susan Boyle's version of I Dreamed a Dream.
False. Oh, she was she?
Yes, she was. After how many weeks of sales
Going against him.
did Subo's album become the biggest selling in the world for 2009? How many weeks did it take for that to happen?
I think it was like
4.
It was 6, actually. But still quite impressive for the whole year to become the biggest selling in
Absolutely.
6 weeks.
I was closest, so I win.
No, apparently Anne Hathaway said in an interview she was deeply moved by Susan Boyle's version and used that
I liked
in her
False.
version.
Yeah. False.
False.
False. I think that was false. No, she is false. In terms of that. Because this she sounds nothing like it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Because I prefer Subo's. Anyway.
Yep. Moving on. Question 8. What was unusual about the recording of the movie's soundtrack?
All done live.
Yeah, it was all done live.
It was all done live. Instead of them recording it in advance and the actors all miming, they did it live. And all the actors wore earpieces and earpieces.
Earpieces, yeah, they got that
earpiece for the role.
It was the initiation
Traditional French,
for
earpieces playing the piano music
the
in
Les
there,
Mis society.
so they could keep in tune and stuff. So it was all quite high tech.
Yeah.
The Les Mis society.
Took a long time. Question 9. Hugh Jackman lost 30 pounds in order to slim down for the role of Valjean. True or false?
True.
False.
It is true. And he also didn't drink water for something like, I don't know, couple of days or longer than that. It was
What an
weeks
idiot.
to he drank less water to thin his cheeks and stuff to make him
yeah.
actually look like a proper prisoner.
What an idiot. You know what? That's called...
Dedication to the role.
It is.
Stupid
All these
acting.
Hollywood actors have to do it, don't they?
No, if you don't drink for 3 days, you're an idiot. I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, I suppose.
There you go.
Question 10. Now, this is a
Wait
weird
till you
one.
get that amount of money and then you'll be changing your mind.
That's true. Don't drink anything for 3 days and they'll give you a fortune.
Question 10. This is a bit of a weird one. Director Tom Hooper suggested that Anne Hathaway try a take of I Dreamed a Dream in a coffin. True or false?
I hope it's true, but I'm going to go for false.
I'm going to go true.
It is actually true.
Is it?
They had it all set up, and apparently it looked so ridiculous that they burst out laughing and decided that wasn't the right thing to do.
So technically, I'm right because
No.
they didn't do it.
But it was a suggestion that they actually did and
Yeah.
set it up, so it is
It's
true.
That's
suggestion.
Mm. Question 11. The film is 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
And originally...
Hey!
Oh, thank God it wasn't longer. But it was originally planned to be how long?
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
4 hours with a 15-minute battle sequence in there as
Oh my
well.
goodness.
Oh.
I couldn't cope with that.
But isn't like the stage version only 2.5 hours
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah,
So,
I-
like, what
3
could they have-
hours with a 15-minute interval.
Thank you, Sally. Let's go.
I don't know how they could have made up 4 hours. of
No.
it, but
I don't know
I'm
who
sure
would
they
have
would've-
watched it.
Well, I would have been there.
Well,
They
you
would have
yeah.
employed me for singing.
And we're on to final question, question 12. What is the missing word in this line from I Dreamed a Dream?
I know.
False.
False.
I dreamed that God would be
forgiving.
Yeah.
Yes,
Forgiving.
it's forgiving.
Right.
And that's it. I don't know the scores and the music. Oh,
Well,
Finished,
yeah.
Same.
Sally wins by 1 point.
Woo!
Yay! So there you go. There we go. There's a thing.
I'm so proud of myself. Well done, me. Well done,
Well
Will.
done.
Well done,
Thank you.
everyone. Yay. So,
Okay, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. I want answers from both of you. Will doesn't know it this week.
I don't know either.
Then the only way to kill them is to kill you.
The only films I know that he's in are the X-Men films, so I'm going to say Wolverine.
Yeah, Will?
I do know it.
You do? Oh, Will knows.
Will
But
knows.
I'm going to say Australia instead, just to...
Just to throw a curveball
Yeah.
in.
And the only way to kill them is to kill you.
He was talking about Aborigines or something.
Yeah. He was actually talking to Nicole Kidman. Twist there in the old Australia. It's actually
Talking to the average.
it's actually from Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like Van Helsing.
Playing the
Even though
character.
no one else did.
Van Helsing.
Wow. I always get confused between Hugh Jackman and Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, don't we all? Don't we all?
Do
My
you?
mum does, yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah, I
They're
do.
both the same, aren't they?
They are the
really?
same person, apart from one of them's nicer than the other.
One
And
of
one's
them's what?
Australian.
Nicer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's nicer?
Hugh Jackman.
Is he nicer?
Yeah, he's known to be the nicest man in Hollywood. That's not even a joke.
And yet we laugh.
And yet we laugh. Okay, seeing as we have time, I want one answer from both of you.
Oh, right.
Oh
Okay.
my
It's
God.
Oscar sweepstakes.
Quiz in reverse now.
Yeah.
Oh, so we do have time.
Ooh.
Excuse me, I do
Ain't
apologise.
nobody got time for that.
We should endorse like a cough medicine or something.
We
now,
should.
Well, I'm drinking Dequicane.
Of who you think is going to be the biggest, film-wise, the biggest win at the Oscars this year? And BAFTAs.
I think it's going to be a mismatch. I think.
We'll do Oscars first, then BAFTAs. So.
Okay. BAFTAs, I think Lincoln.
Okay,
Is
Chris is
Daniel
saying.
Day-Lewis.
What are you saying, Will?
Well,
that's your name, yes.
Yeah. I would say Lincoln as well because obviously they're raving about it. Potentially Les Mis as well.
Yes,
We've got to narrow it down to one.
Actually,
I'm
yeah,
afraid.
the BAFTAs maybe.
I was going to say Les
because
Mis.
Tom Hooper. Yeah.
I've already written your name
British.
down for Lincoln.
Well, I'm going to link with Lincoln.
Okay. I'm saying Les Mis. What are you going with, Will, then?
I was going to say that.
Les Mis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Oscars, though. I think
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
just going to be a misshapen mess of stuff.
Les Lincoln?
I don't think there's going to be one winner overall.
Lincoln.
They might go for Lincoln because it'll be like, oh, it's American history and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think they're all
I think
equal chance.
Silver Linings Playbook may have
I hope that
big shout.
That's what I want to.
But I want one answer, guys. This is what a sweepstake is.
Oh, sweepstake. Right. What do we think? But should we just say Best Picture?
Yeah, Best Picture.
I'm going to say Lincoln.
Yeah.
Again.
Lincoln.
What are the nominees? I don't know.
We've got Beastars of Southern Wild, Argo, Django Unchained, Amour, Les Mis, Lincoln, Zero Dark 30, or Silver Linings Playbook. So Chris is going Lincoln.
I'm going Lincoln.
I'd probably say Silver Linings Playbook. Actually, it's had a lot of. It's
a really good film,
reviews,
but I think it's too much of a comedy for it to win.
All the others I haven't really heard of. I mean,
well, a lot of them actually were only released this month.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, Zero Dark 30's had a lot of good reviews, so I'm tempted to say that. I'm also tempted to say Argo.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't surprise me.
I didn't like.
But
Argo.
with everything else in there.
Argo was not.
I don't think it's best.
As they
like,
say.
yeah, it's not award-winning material.
Apparently, it is though with the Golden Globes. So I don't know what they were thinking because it's not that good a film.
No.
You must just know someone. I think it's Clooney's influence because Clooney, executive producer of Argo, I think he's got too much influence in the Academy.
I'm going to go with Argo.
Yeah.
For Best Picture. Yeah.
Surprise everyone.
As much as I don't want to.
Yeah, are you going to?
I'm going to go for
I
it.
think it might.
I want Les Mis to get it.
Yeah.
But I think Argo is in with a good shout.
I'm going to say Lincoln for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go then.
Stinking Lincoln.
So, we've got BAFTAs. Chris is saying Lincoln.
Claude
Will is saying...
immense Oscar awards.
Will and I are saying Les Mis. And at the Oscars, Chris is again going for Lincoln. Will's going for Silver Linings Playbook. And I'm going for Argo. So we'll have to see in a couple of weeks' time.
Does anyone think that Daniel Day-Lewis won't win any of the awards?
I'd like him not to, if I'm honest. I think he's done too well. I realise he's come out of retirement.
This will be his third Oscar.
So...
He's always coming out of retirement.
No,
though,
I
isn't he?
want Hugh to get it.
He just doesn't do many films.
Because I think Hugh's done really well. And like you said, he was off water for 3 days.
Oh, we'll give it to him then.
Or longer. I can't remember what that was. But
might have been a
I
month.
just think
dedication.
He did a really good job of it. And you know...
How do you know Daniel Day-Lewis didn't go without a beard shaving for a year?
I know, it's not just that. It's not just that. It is, like, I think his role was really, really good too. I don't think it's just the outside bits, but I really do think he tried his best. And I think
Oh, he is the nicest man in Hollywood.
he is the nicest man in Hollywood.
That's what someone told me. Anyway. I don't know.
So, we'll play the last song.
Oh,
And
is it
then
called The Last Song?
We'll go. No,
Miley
it's-
Cyrus.
It's from Les Miserables.
Oh, right.
And it's called One Day More. And it's probably my favourite
Oh, I
song.
do like this one.
A bit of a montage from all the actors in it.
I like Javette.
We will nip it in the bud.
Lincoln. Apparently. Again. Just can't escape it.
Absolutely. Okay, and then after
Absolutely, Chris.
Absolutely.
And now on to
And then I'll play straight back to back. I'll play Master of the House.
Oh.
Can go on last.
Exciting.
Which I'm sure the people after us will turn on if they want to. They might not. Cool.
No. Probably won't. I wouldn't.
Master of the House.
Put Dead Mouse on again.
One day more from Les Mis, and we will see you next week.
Farewell.
For another fun-filled
Expressorama.
Expressorama.
Sorry we weren't here before Christmas, by the way.
Yeah.
We were both quite ill. So sorry. Appalls for that.
Appalls.
Yeah.
I was here, just sat staring at
Will was
through
here
the glass
on
at
his own.
nothing.
Because we promised we were going
Production
to
dust.
exchange presents.
Shivering.
We said we were going to exchange presents live on air.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't.
We did them today.
We did do them today down in everyone's favourite cafe, CF10.
Yeah.
And Sally got me Cry in the Dark
Yeah.
by Meryl Streep. Dingo Ate My Baby.
Yeah.
And, what was it again? What's the other one?
A Meryl Streep canvas clock.
Clock is amazing.
Wow.
It's just her face.
It's literally her face, like up in
Which is brilliant.
face. And Chris got me
Yes.
the queen of innuendos from our show, Lorraine Pascal, Baking Made Easy.
Yay.
Neil Diamond's Best of CD.
Sweet Caroline.
And I forgot about that song. Best song ever.
Of course.
And Girls Aloud 10. And
Go, girls,
Primary
go, go, go,
Colours,
go.
which is one of the best films. in the
Yes,
world.
starring the late Larry Hagman.
Indeed.
And I
that
got
was
a chocolate
tribute.
rabbit.
Oh, it was a bear.
Bear?
It's a bear.
Oh.
But it could be
I
a
thought it was rabbit, that's why I
You
said it's
change
like
it.
East-
You're eating
yeah.
it.
We
so-
got Willa Bear
Yeah, we got Will a Bear that said producer Will on, which is very nice.
because that's his first name.
Yeah. Producer and then Will. I really need to play this song, otherwise they're never going to go on. But let's keep going.
There we go. It's a tribute to life.
Mhm.
One day more. Is that what it's called?
Indeed.
There you go. See you next week, everyone.
See you next week
See
for
you
another
then.
week more.